I can't believe that we're on here like this.
Right.
Hi guys. Happy Halloween. We are a mess. What are we actually doing?
Well. Next question.
Today we're going to do some questions, 9 questions, I'm sorry. I'm going to read various comments from, just took screenshots, and we're just going to, I'm going to talk about these here questions, alright? Let's do Tamika. Alright, so Tamika says, but what do these two look like with no makeup? I wanted to pick this one because that was funny. Okay, I always feel like women are trying to hide something when they wear makeup. Well, Tamika,
Kind of.
you are in luck though, Tamika, because
We've done several videos
I'm gonna
with
say
actually
it.
no makeup.
Yep, we have like 50 videos where we have no makeup on. The reason is because we did videos with facials, we did our makeup, and so to do that, you have to start off barefaced. So we're not trying to hide anything. We are fine with the way that we look without makeup. As a matter of fact, we don't wear makeup all the time. I don't wear makeup all the time. I usually do it for the show because it's my time to put on makeup, and I think it's fun. But there's nothing wrong with it. Why are people so bent out of shape over makeup? I don't get it. But, you know, we look like normal people. I am an average woman. I feel that I'm an average looking woman. I don't think I'm bad looking at all. But
I just think I look average anyway.
I'm average with and without makeup. Doesn't really matter. Okay? But, you know, that was a little bit, just hating a little bit. Just a little bit, Tamika.
And, you know, shut up.
Right. Thomas, some of these are emails. Thomas says, I'm a black man. Now, some of these I've just screenshotted them, so the reference points, I'm sorry about if I can't think of a reference point of what video he's talking about. Anyways, he says, I'm a black man that believes in marriage. I find that my life has greatly improved since I've been married. We are going on 15 years strong. All of my close friends are married too. We are all married to black women. Laugh out loud. And yes, they are submissive. All right. Not all women are with this feminist BS. Love the topics, by the way, Thomas. So I think this might have been one where we were talking about being submissive. I know we got a comment. I think this is what he was talking about. But yeah, I mean, like, people are down on marriage, and I think there's people out here who are still getting married, right? People are still getting married. He said he's 15 years strong. Wow. And he said his friends are married. So people are getting married.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I think that there are a lot of black women out there, well, like me and Danielle, that just kind of think this way, but we don't get the press.
Yes.
That's just
correct.
my point. My point isn't that black women there aren't black women that this doesn't exist.
Right.
It's just that we don't get the same press as like all the other ethnic backgrounds of women. We get the dominating, sassy talk,
yes,
over-sexualized.
Slut walk.
Right. That's whenever you're a black woman out there, that's what they're talking about.
Yep, it's true.
So yeah, I'm not shocked when I see a black woman that's submissive. I'm just, I think that we don't hear a lot of black men that are married to that.
The next one is from Jose. This is a comment from the one with the therapist lady one. Okay, he says, his name is Jose. He says, you women are restoring my faith in women. Thank you. May God bless you on your mission. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Jose. We appreciate it. And by the way, we read all of the comments, but sometimes they come in a little quicker. So we're not able to get to all of the comments all the time, but we do read them all. Yeah. So this is like our opportunity to like read some of the comments that we haven't responded to. So, you know, whatever. We don't want you to think that we're ignoring you guys. Okay. I picked this one. His name's GA. GA, you have commented a lot.
I've seen him. He comments all the time.
Yes, he does. And thank you for, you know, always giving us some algorithm, you know, love. So I appreciate that, GA. He says, hey, beautiful ladies, how are you? May I ask which is the eldest? Which one of us is the eldest? Kara is older. She is only 1 year older.
Yeah.
But everyone thinks that I'm older.
I don't know why. I think I was older.
Y'all, everyone thinks that I'm older than Kara. Did you guys think that I was older than Kara?
I mean, maybe not on screen. Maybe it's because I'm short and you're tall. Maybe it makes people think.
Yeah, but they can't see that on screen. Oh, you mean like in person?
Yeah, no one's saying it on screen.
Yeah.
Only in real life.
Yeah, you're right about that, actually.
So,
But do you guys think that Kara's looks younger than me? Or is younger than me? We're only a year apart. It's not like we're, many years apart. We're just a year apart. But I don't know if it's just, I'm more, and it's funny they think that, though. Because you're more serious. And Kara's a very serious person, and I'm a little bit more playful. And so you would think they would think the serious person is more,
yeah.
is older.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I don't know.
I have no idea. But Kara's older, 1 year. There you go. This is 0 to, I didn't say, hate when I cut it off. 0 to, I think it may say million. 0 to million, maybe it's what it says. I don't know. Okay, so this person says the top 2 things that sell in the American market are 1, sex, and 2, controversy. If you examine that Mr. Clean commercial with the sound down, the video we just did not so long ago, sound down, you will see that they are selling sex, not a cleaning product. If you analyze Kevin Samuel's videos, you will see that he is not offering relationship remedies. He was selling controversy. So I think both.
So yeah, I agree with that.
I actually agree with that.
I agree with that. I think though, especially when you talk about like the Kevin Samuels thing, I think that sometimes controversy is the only way people will listen. I think that's the problem,
Right.
because when you just say facts, then people kind of, it goes on deaf ears. But if you can trigger people and make them like, if you can trigger and make them angry, enough, like sometimes we say stuff that makes a lot of people not unhappy with us, but they are listening.
True.
You know what I'm saying? When you don't have anything to, when you're not controversial, you know what I'm saying? Then you don't really have, you won't get right.
Yeah, it goes on different. I think with Kevin Samuels, I will say this, that yes, you are correct. He created controversy, like you were saying. But I think that the relationship remedies, people focused so much on his clips and didn't, and so I'm even guilty of this. I didn't watch all his like 2-hour Instagram videos and stuff like that, which is what he would do. He would do these long Instagram videos and then upload it to YouTube. And so, so, but what got him famous are the little clips that he did, or that were put out there. And when you watch his whole like show, I think I've watched 2 of them. In both cases, he wants black people to get together, and he wants black men to be men. He wants ladies to be ladies. What he did was he did something that I thought was necessary. Is that he called out the behaviors of women and maybe why black women are not desirable or not getting married.
But he also called out the behaviors of men.
Yes,
men.
He did. He did.
And like I said, I think that what Kevin Samuels was saying really wasn't new. It's stuff that's been said for years.
Yeah, right.
The only thing that's changed is the way society changed.
Right.
Not for the better, by the way. And so
right.
I think that the only way that, he's saying something that has been said for years and years and years, but no one's listening to it anymore. Yeah. So in order for that message to stay true, you have to make people listen to you, which means sometimes you have to be direct.
Yeah, cut it off. Oh, there it goes. I think it says David Reed. I see David. Okay, anyways, he just says, ladies, keep up the great uploads. Thank you for subscribing and watching. Okay, so he says, or I'm assuming it's a woman or a man, he says, society is now at the point where we seek approval from anybody else. If they don't get any form of approval, they fall into a depression. And to get out, they have to put up the ante. The only way out is to disconnect so the need for approval can be destroyed. The need for approval and validation right now is ridiculous. And you are right.
Yeah.
You are absolutely right. It's like if you don't, people perform now.
Yeah.
Just to get some kind of approval and validation. But I don't know what video that was. He said the only way out is to disconnect. So the need for so so when you now we used to be I don't say we were always like heavy what's it called social media people, but we were on it more years ago.
Yeah,
a little bit more frequently, put like a daily quote out or something like that. We would do something like that. But I will say when we stopped being on social media like that, like you all of a sudden start seeing things differently.
Right.
Even like back when we were in New York, this is many years ago. We used to buy magazines, all those gossip magazines and stuff like that, and we just stopped buying magazines. And I gotta say, even that, when you disconnect yourself from these things, you start to get a little bit more smart. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because you start to see things.
Yeah, and also I just think things are stupid. Like when I look at stuff now, everybody just seems so dumb. You know, that I'm just like, I don't want to. I'm sick of looking at stupidity.
I know, it's
and playing it off like it's just a pastime. Because I think that if you see something that's stupid and you just keep watching something dumb over and over again, you become that.
You do.
Because you start to accept and you don't challenge yourself anymore. And this is the reason why the dumbing of societies happen so quickly. It's because we're just okay with stuff now. We're okay with the way people are portraying themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. You're right.
Just the dumbing of society is complete. It's just like you just see stupid stuff happening all the time. And instead of, just turning it off, we're just watching it.
Yep. Kara said one time, a long time ago, she said, don't go on social media for like a week. Just detox for a week, and you will think about life different. Just that 1 week. Now, we've done it forever, but just that 1 week, disconnect yourself, and things will look a little bit more clear to you in this world. Okay, he says, good show. The chicken and biscuits gave me a little chuckle, I must admit, but I enjoy your content. I thought that was the funniest thing ever. Because when I was editing the video, I did hear you say Roscoe's Chicken and Biscuits.
Yeah, I didn't mean to say that.
Yeah. So, and all I could think is, this will show you how much we don't go to fast food restaurants.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm withdrawing from society.
So I was like, I said Roscoe's Chicken and Biscuits, and I thought chicken and biscuits is probably really delicious.
Yeah,
right.
I've had chicken and biscuits.
It's delicious. But I did see that, and when I edited, I was like, let me keep that in because I love it so much, and I meant to put something at the bottom and say Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, but I just didn't think of it. And until I saw this comment the other day, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's so funny. You're so right. Says he enjoys the content. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Social media is a manufactured parallel reality fueled by people doing things they don't do in their personal lives, and funded by people who can never engage in the things they pay to see. Facts. If you get too sucked in, you start to believe everyone is doing better than you, and that you somehow failed at life. If you're lucky, you someday realize the whole thing is disingenuous, and most people are struggling the same as you are. That's why I like this channel. No fake shiznai. Just two real women talking real things.
Yeah, I don't.
Jack,
I don't
thank you so much. We're trying to be
as real
as possible.
I don't like living in a fake world. You know what I mean? For me,
he's right.
Life has to be real, or it's just not. I mean, I don't like what did that guy say? Kevin Gates. It's either real or fake for me.
Yes,
that's just how it is. For
I love
me.
that he said that.
You know, it's not about black or white or money, haves or haves not. To me, it's real or fake. If you come to me, you know what I mean. And I think that when you're only giving snapshots of your life, it's easy to go online and create an avatar, as Candace Owens says, create an avatar of a life that you're probably not really living, and to envy people's lives that they're probably not really living. You know what I mean? And I don't go online because I like real life. I really just don't really care to take a picture of myself.
When we did our first, we've gotten some comments on this lately, our very first video. I think you guys found us, and so you guys were going back our older videos. But our first video, we like just talked about what was going on in our lives, and it's really because, you know, a lot of it, for me at least, was that there's so many people, like, I know personally, even at that time, that were not living real lives. Like, their lives, they were pretending to be something online they weren't in real life. And I feel like on some level, like, doing that video is like showing you can just be real. Like, this is really happening to us. Like, you know what I mean? If you guys go back and look at that, we talk about our whole journey and, you know, being homeless and broke and all this stuff, right? And losing boyfriends and everything was going on.
I work as a housekeeper. I've shown makeup videos without my makeup on. I tell you my real age. Yeah. I don't really like living. I think it's exhausting to me when people live lives and they have to keep up with the lie.
And it's just, it makes me
I don't like that. You know what I mean? Things can be exhausting, but that's not one of them for me. Yeah. You either take me as I am, or you just don't take me at all.
Okay, so Christopher, he says, I really appreciate what you two are doing. The analysis is spot on. I don't know what video that was. I will share this with my militant daughters. Maybe hearing from both.
I think it's our last video.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe hearing from you both may open up their understanding. And yes, I subscribe. Okay, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that, Christopher. Maybe your daughters, militant daughters.
Yeah, it was our last video.
Okay.
Oh, it was the one with Kevin Gates.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay,
Yeah, Kevin Gates, so we did.
Yeah, so yeah, maybe share that with your militant daughters. He said militant daughters.
I don't know what you mean by military. You mean like Black Power militant?
Black Power, yeah, is that what you're talking about?
Feminist militant? Because I'm neither. And I'm militant in that.
Right.
I'm militant against militant. You know what I mean? As a woman, I believe in the order of life.
Yes.
I don't believe that women should be in charge.
No.
I don't think that's why we were put here. I don't think that's our superpower.
No.
You know what I mean? And as Black people, I don't think that any white person is above me. I don't think that I'm oppressed, and I don't walk around acting that way.
We don't subscribe to that type of mentality, and anybody who does, I'm sad for you.
I'm not interested in reparations. I'm not interested in, you know, anything, you know what I mean? So to me, I'm militant in my conservatism. I'm not militant though in trying to, I feel like I am helping Black people.
Yeah, I am, because we're just being, because we're just being ourselves.
Because I'm keeping it real, you know what I mean? I'm keeping it real on how I feel. I don't, you know.
It rhymed. Keeping it real on how I feel.
Keeping it real on how I feel. But yeah, no, I'm militant in my stance in life. But I don't, I'm not, I'm no feminist, and I'm no BLM Black Power person.
Okay, this person says, Kara always looks serious, but in a good way. Laugh out loud. Facts.
I'm not one of those smiley girls.
So Kara and I are two different personalities, if you guys haven't realized that. I'm a little bit more jovial. A lot more, maybe. I'm a little more silly. Kara's a little bit more serious.
Yeah, I mean, well, I compare myself to, me and Danielle, we compare ourselves to Odie and Garfield. If you've ever seen Garfield, I don't know if you guys are over 40, you might not know. But Odie and Garfield, I'm definitely Garfield, and Danielle's definitely Odie.
Facts.
So, there's always a yin and yang like that. I think when people are friends, it's not because they're the same.
But you know, whenever we think about celebrity, like zodiac signs and stuff, and it kind of reminds me, like, when we look at best friends of celebrities, like Kevin Hart and The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Kara's a Taurus. I'm a Cancer. Kevin Hart's a Cancer, and Dwayne is a Taurus. And whenever we see them together, although they're males, their energy level is the same as ours. Like, he's silly, and then, you know, The Rock is a little bit more serious. It's literally like Kara, and he's literally like me. And then, like, Jerry Seinfeld and Larry David. Jerry's a Taurus and Larry is a Cancer. And Larry's just like me, you know, very jovial and kind of all over the place. And then, you know, Jerry is very, like, even-keeled. So, but I think this is what makes our relationship work.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just like, even the Hodge twins, they're twins.
Yeah, that's true.
But Keith is more serious and Kevin is more goofy. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think that you can't, to me, and I think this is true in all relationships. I think friendships and, like, intimate relationships, I think there's always like a yin and yang. You're never going, whoever I meet is probably going to be more extroverted and silly, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because I'm not. So I think that you attract that opposite for a reason.
Okay, this person says, thanks for the video and your perspective. My two favorite ladies on YouTube. Thanks for keeping it real. God bless. God bless you too. And thank you for subscribing. Yeah. My two favorite ladies on YouTube. Oh, are we? Yeah. Okay, so it says, ladies, where did you find all these, I think this. Where did you find all this knowledge? You are brilliant. I love you girls. Where did we find all the knowledge? Well, first of all, I'm 45 years of age. Right. And so some of that comes, you know, with age comes a little bit of wisdom there. I don't know everything. That's for sure. I always am still learning. But, you know,
that video looks like the video when we talked about the,
is it? The Black Panther
thing. And I think when it comes to our history, you know, as far as Black, I'm always willing to hear the other end of stuff, because what we've done so far hasn't worked. So I have to understand these people that call themselves leaders. Yeah. I have to understand if we've been doing this for 60 years and it's really not working, then who would these people come from? You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of this, we're starting to realize, is a lot of Marxist stuff has been infiltrated through our thing. If you ever have a chance, look up a guy named Manning Johnson. Yeah. Manning Johnson was a man, he was a communist, American communist is what they called it back in the day. He was an American communist, and he was, he was all in it, and then he realized that white liberals were using black people. This is back before the 50s. This was like the 20s, 30s, and he realized that they were using black people to spew an communist agenda in America. And so when I look at that, and then I see where we are today, and I see a lot of things that they done. He would talk about like the pastors, how they try to infiltrate churches with the pastor, and try to make the pastor tell black people at the church, and try to use socialist policies and things like that to get black people off God in a weird way. So I tell you, look this man up. He's got his tiny book that's worth reading.
I think a lot of the knowledge that I get now is because I switched over to conservative. Because what happens when you're a liberal, not all liberals, don't lose it. Okay, I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of what happens when you're a liberal, you don't do a lot of research. That is the thing with liberal people, is that they don't do a lot of research.
It's feelings based.
Yes, all feelings. And so when I started to be like, why am I, like this is politics, not feelings. And when I went to go and look at just history and I just started from scratch. Right? What did I learn? I realized when I'm becoming more conservative, I wanted to be more knowledgeable. And I think that's just, I contribute some of the knowledge I have in my later years just due to being conservative, or switching over to being conservative. And just
read some books from Thomas Sowell. You know what I mean? Read some of those books.
You'll learn a lot.
Because there's a lot of great information out there that makes you understand things a lot clearer than we really understood them.
Right. I love that we're having this very serious conversation with these ears on. Like, this is a very serious conversation, and we have ears and a bow tie on. This age of echo chambers, when money is more important than respect. Oh, he said, you guys finally found Pearly. Oh, it's Pearly. Oh, Pearly. Well, first of all, age of echo chambers, you always comment. He's a really funny person. And so I'm always appreciative when I see someone that always comments, and when no one was watching us, really, he was commenting. So thank you for that. Yes, we found Pearly. Our new subscribers told us about different women that they subscribe to, because they talk somewhat like we do. Yeah, we found Pearly. I like her a lot. There's another one out there, Chrism Cure. I think I'm probably saying it wrong. I hope I'm not. But she's. If y'all not following her, have you seen her yet?
No.
Okay, watch some of her things. She's really, I like her a lot. You guys have suggested her to us, and we appreciate that because she's good. There's no point in getting married for men anymore.
True. Almost.
Well, true. Our very first. First of all, we just said that that first comment we did, the guy was like, 15 years strong. Marriage is important. Marriage, So, yeah, I understand what you're saying, sir.
Yeah.
Well, who's this? James? James, I do understand what you're saying. You make a very valid point with that. There are people still getting married. I still believe in marriage.
Yeah.
I think people don't take it seriously anymore. But when you talk about, I think people, especially men, are just now afraid to get married. Look at women. Look at your options.
But not only that, the courts.
The courts are not great
I mean, I think that the courts side with women still. I don't
they
really
do.
Get why, but we're supposed to be so equal.
So equal, so empowered.
But I don't get it.
I don't get that either at all. I mean, we are in a world full of like ego-driven women right now, right? Domineering women. So I don't know why they're.
I see why you're saying it, but on the other end, if you're the puppet master, this is what they want you to.
They want you to get away from it.
They've sort of convinced you to be alone.
They want to get rid of family anyways, by the way. So family, marriage and family, that's how it's always worked, right? You get married, you have a family. Okay, that's typical, normal, and it's always worked.
Right.
Up to about 5 minutes ago. Right? So what they're wanting is for you to think like this, and for people to break up families. And the best way to break up families is not get married.
And that's why I said they're coming for religion.
They're coming for
because in the Bible, the serpent came for the woman.
Sure did.
And the reason why, that's why it's called the feminist.
Yes.
Feminism is the serpent. It comes for the woman. Women are weak.
Yeah.
We're emotionally driven. It makes us weak.
Yeah.
And we take the bait. And in order to destroy men, you have to destroy women. Yeah. So, and it works every single time. So, look, I would say if you can't find a woman, I mean, I can understand what you're saying, but you're also, this is their goal. Their goal is to make
break up family.
Their goal is to make, because we always say, like, this is why we said that if we were up here talking shit about men, we'd have a much bigger following because the algorithm would allow us to be like that, especially because we're black. And that's why I see a lot of black men that have pages and they're just talking all kinds of shit about women. They love that because they love watching men do that and say that because it makes women mad. Yes. And it keeps us pinned against each other.
That's true.
So.
The problem with black women possibly dating outside of their race is the vast majority of men of other races don't want black women. The data on dating sites, the data on dating sites shows that black women are the least desirable of all women. So we just did a video on this. Okay, we didn't do a video on this, but I mentioned this, and because someone had commented also on the Jesse Peterson one we did with that dating coach, and they mentioned something about that, so I was looking that up, and it is very true. And we said in the other video, black women are not a desired. You are right, sir. They're not desired. We're not a desired group of women, and it's because our PR is so bad, and the ones that are getting the microphone are the ones that are shaking their butt all over the camera, over here doing all kinds of slut walks. These are the ones that are getting the microphone. And so I think there needs to be more women out there, that, that are similar thinking as what Kara and I are. I feel like that we're more of a typical woman. Yeah. But the problem is that what they're going to push are those other ones. Yeah. And so, but you are right. We aren't a desired group of women. We aren't. And it's unfortunate. Yeah. Because I love being a black woman. I do. I love being a black woman. I love everything about it.
But then remember that video? Remember that one we were watching? They were saying that black women do better. Their marriages last longer when they marry white men. Although most black women will marry black men, the longevity when black women date white men is a lot higher than when they date their own men.
It's true.
And then it says when black men date outside their race, they don't stay with that most women aren't going to stay with them long. Yeah. So it's weird how data is, because I would have thought, you would think like
black women are so domineering.
I think black men are much more, they said black women are much more loyal to staying with black men than black men are to black women. However, when black women do leave black men, they seem to have a better marriage for some weird reason. They just have, but they said the same is not true though with black men when they date outside their race. They generally get a divorce.
Yeah, the marriage.
Now this is interesting because my grandmother married my grandfather, and my grandmother's white and my grandfather's black. But then when my grandfather divorced my grandmother, he married a black woman. I think he was married to her much longer.
He was much longer than our step grandmother.
So I guess it is true if you think about it, because Grandma and Grandpa didn't last.
It didn't. He's a black man. He's a white woman.
He went right back to black women. So, and it lasted a lot longer.
That is true.
So I think, like I've said before, I think when it comes to black men and black women, our PR is off because of the voices that get to talk. Like we were just saying about the no voting, no fucking thing, is that black men are portrayed like those men.
They are.
These beta males that only want to have sex all the time and are baby daddies. That's just the way the black men are portrayed. You know what I mean? And then black women are portrayed as domineering business women who can't ever be quiet, or overpowering baby mamas. And that's just our PR, and that's what has to change. But it's going to take us to change it.
Yeah, I was going to say that we hope to do our part. And this is a big world, and we're a smaller part in it. But I feel like there needs to be more women out there, whether on YouTube or not, it doesn't matter, to get it, just behave correctly and kind of change the image of the way black women look. There are good black women out there, but. Okay, this one says, another great topic and video. One critique, however. I've noticed that the big sister, little sister dynamic comes into play often. When Kara talks over Danielle, anytime Danielle tries to interject a point during the conversation. I thought this was interesting because I just got, someone just said that I interject with you. Someone just said that I interrupt you. Right? I had two people say that I interrupt Kara all the time. And now we have, okay, so we say this periodically, we always say this. This happens. Okay, first of all, Kara and I are sisters, and so this is when we talk, we just talk like we normally do, and we don't look at it as interrupting when we're just having a basic conversation. That although we know that people are watching us now, so we try to control it, which I think we do for the most part. We try to control it, but y'all, it's just what it is. All right, it just is. What sometimes we know it can be annoying, so we don't want to be like The View. Yeah. Have you ever watched The View and they all just start talking over each other? We don't want to do that, but You know, it's just conversation. We don't script anything. It's just talking.
All right.
So sometimes you'll interrupt me and then I'll interrupt her. But I thought this was funny because someone just said that I interrupt Kara all the time. I'm like, look, it's gonna happen, y'all. I'm sorry. We'll try to stop that as much as possible. But y'all, we're human. It's gonna happen. Another classic, he says. Why aren't there more females that have you guys' mentality? Well,
it's just not. It's just
not celebrated.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like, ignorance is celebrated. So when you're not being that, it's not cool.
Right.
So we're squares. So what I'm trying to say to you is DC is that we are considered squares, and that's not cool. All right, you guys. So that's a few. We might do that every once in a while.
Yeah.
I feel like we should do that every once in a while because we're not going to be able to answer all the comments all the time, although we try. So, but thank you guys so much for your comments. Really appreciate that. And happy Halloween to you guys. But let us know what you think about all the comments. I'm going to try to pop all you guys' comments up as I go. So hopefully I got everybody up there. Thank you so much for commenting. You have no idea how much this helps our algorithm. There's a few of you guys that do this, but I always see a guy named Mo that always puts for the algorithm. It's always right for the algo, right? And I appreciate that because that's what's up. Like, you're looking out for us,
right?
You know, so I really appreciate that. It really does help us, and not to mention we like to hear your guys' comments, and also we learn a lot from you guys. So thank you, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye.